Hey buddy, Melissa and I are out here on our honeymoon and we're at a place called the Painted Hills, and it was amazing. We just hiked up an elevation of 400 feet from the pickup truck, and it's beautiful. But sitting here, it was kind of awesome. God gave me something that I just wanted to share with you because I've never been able to, I never even saw this as a picture, a visual of something. And so I'm going to kind of turn, and I hope you can see this because it's hard for me to see too. But if you look down behind me, there's the Painted Hills. And it's crazy because you see all the desert. It's all these painted hills. And it's crazy because so many times we look at that and we think, man, we're in the middle of a desert. But it was crazy because when we were down there, all I could see was just sand and dirt and just nothingness. But then as we got up here and we were so high above it, to be able to look down on what we were in to begin with, there was so much beauty in that desert. There's so much paint, there's so much color, so much stuff in there that the person that's down in it doesn't really realize it. But then what really hit me was I started thinking about the verse where it talks about that my God owns a cattle on 1,000 hills. And what really floors me is because you look at this desert down in the center, and then look up on the hills, all these trees that just kind of mingle in and amongst the hills. And the cool part is that if you ever look at cattle, being back in Kansas, you know, the place you lived for a while, cattle always group together, and then there's just stragglers that stand out in amongst. And so when I looked at all those trees and just was able to see all those trees that are on the hills, every one of them, it's crazy to think that so many times we're in the middle of that desert and God's just standing around us with these cattle, fattened cattle on all the hills. And I can even turn and you can still see off in the background all the hills and the mountains just covered with these trees. So I don't know, man, I just wanted to share that with you. Tell you I loved you, I missed you, and hopefully I'll get to see you again soon, man.